Hi friends, Dr. Nancy Trimberly here, putting the power and knowledge of your health back in your hands. This is Kinesio tape basics. You can go online on YouTube and find tons of videos on how to use Kinesio tape for whatever might be bugging you. Whether it's your ankle, your foot, your knee, your shoulder, your jaw, even your temple for migraines, your back, your neck. So many possibilities. So I'm not going to go into that. But as a beginner, there's a few things that you need to know. 5 things. First is make sure to clean the area with alcohol and a cotton ball. The area has to be very clean. That will give you the best adhesion of the tape. The tape should stay on 5 to 7 days. And the tape that you use, I'm going to tell you, I find the brand doesn't matter. Like, I use the store brand from a local drugstore and it works great. It stays on 5 to 7 days, sometimes longer. I've got some tape on my shoulder right now. This has been on for 5 days. It works great, store brand. Now sometimes the tape that you buy might be pre-cut into 8-inch strips. That's fine. It might be one continuous roll. That's fine. But the second thing you need is some scissors. So if you cut it straight across, you're going to want to round the edges because you don't want your clothing or the sheets to start pulling on the corners. Also with the scissors, if you've had it on for a while, sometimes the edges start to pull up. Like you can see this is a little bit frayed, but the edge might start to pull up. You'll need to have somebody snip that off for you if you can't reach it yourself. This is particularly going to happen when it's on your forearms and your hands just because of all the activity you do with your hands. The other thing about the tape that you want to remember is that there's going to be an anchor, and they'll discuss this in the videos you watch, and you're going to pull and tear the tape to make the anchor. Sometimes they might also have you cut the tape into strips, and then at the other end you're going to have an anchor. It's 1 inch or 2. Now when I first started using the tape, I was trying to pull up the paper with my fingernail. All you have to do is pull the tape a little bit and that pops the paper up. You don't want to touch the tape. So this takes a little bit of practice, but once you do it a couple of times, you'll get it. The other thing you want to remember is that this is a pair of socks, and if you have tape on your ankles or your feet, you're going to want to sleep with socks because the sheets, just your feet moving against the sheets, will pull the tape up and it won't last as long. If you have it on your shoulder, your arm, or your upper back, you're going to want to wear a shirt that covers those areas when you go to sleep. The last thing, when you initially put the tape on, a lot of the videos will say to use the paper that you've just torn off and rub it on the tape. I don't get that. That doesn't really work for me. So what I do is I make sure, and I tell our patients this too, to make sure after we put the tape on you or you do the tape at home, make sure to rub the tape with your flat hand. You want to bring the heat up, the friction up, because that friction, that heat, makes the tape adhere. So I hope that helps. Remember those 5 things. Putting the power and knowledge of your health back in your hands. Bye for now.